Hey everyone, welcome back to the shop. We're doing prep for sick week. So I just got the trailer done, as you can see in the video here. Now I need to hook it up to the car and test it. It is a crappy day in Michigan. Actually, we're supposed to get 3 inches of snow here real soon, in the next 24 hours, I guess. So it's gonna start snowing real quick, so I need to get the trailer out of the garage, hook it up to the car, make sure all the lights work, so I don't have any problems when we get ready to load the car up in the trailer and everything, right? I'm trying to prepare as much as I can for sick week. So I've been working on the car, got the transmission leak fixed finally. The transmission leak was not what I thought it was. It was actually the tail shaft extension bolted to the case. For some reason, the gasket didn't seal up. I don't know why. It was not the bolts. Bolts actually do pass through into the transmission case. And if you do not seal the bolts up, fluid will wick out the bolts and leak out. That was not the issue. It was actually the case to the tail shaft housing. So I pulled that all apart, got that fixed. Put a thermostat in the car. I had not been running a thermostat because it's a summertime car. Since we're going to sick week, I don't know if the weather is going to be 50 degrees or 70 degrees, right? When I drove it the other day at 70 or at 50 degrees, the engine would not get up to temp at all. It basically stayed cold. It didn't come up the temp gauge at all. So I put a temp gauge in this thing, got the transmission leak fixed, got a rattle leak fixed, just a bunch of small stuff taken care of. So now let's hook up the trailer, do that, make sure that all works. And if everything works good there, then we'll move on to the next thing. And it's kind of starting to pack stuff up into the trailer. Well, guys, that's a good sign. And you can see that the four-ways are working, and you can definitely see the trailer lights now compared to what before, because I was running just regular bulbs or LED bulbs and some old lights. I actually purchased LED lights for the trailer, and you can see they're nice and bright. So now let me go through the turn signals and turn on the headlights and make sure all that stuff works. So the other thing I need to address is, if you notice, the passenger seat is way more forward than the driver's seat. I need to have my wife sit in the car when she gets back from running errands and see if I need to move that seat back a little bit, or if that's going to be comfortable enough for her. So that's the next thing I need to take a look at. What can I do to slide this seat back a little bit so that she can be comfortable in the car? So otherwise, I did fix a rattle, in the shifter. That cover there, all the gauges are working, checked all that. Oh, did an oil change on the car too, so that we got fresh oil. Like I said, the transmission leak's now addressed. Basically took care of the, double checked all the U-joints to make sure the U-joints were all good. Just a good inspection from doing several drag and drive events on the car, just making sure we got a good nut bolt check, all that kind of stuff. So as you may be seeing in previous videos, also had to replace the boots on the upper ball joints because they tore on that side, on the driver's side. So I replaced both boots. I had a bad wheel bearing on the left front too, so I had to do wheel bearings on the car. So I've gone through and double checked the entire car. We should be ready to go. Probably the most prepared I've been for a drag and drive event. All right, guys, so I'm getting ready to pack up the trailer with a bunch of stuff. And here's some of the stuff that I take with me, when I do my drag and drive events. So we'll start off, extra pair of shoes. That's just some extra nuts, bolts, washers, fasteners type thing. Obviously a couple things of shop rags, plenty of zip ties, some shoe polish to, put notes in the back of the vehicle, have a little fun. Some like silicones, that kind of thing. I have a volt meter, fuel filter, a couple of tie straps, some flashlights, can never have enough of these, extra oil filter, coil. I've got those. What those do is I put those in the hood scoop in case it rains, to keep the rain from coming in and getting the air cleaner sopping wet, that kind of thing. There's just an old radiator hose I keep in case I need to cut it up, in case somebody has an issue. Pair of jumper cables. Yes, I've used those. obviously good flashlight, or a good a light that I can put under the vehicle if I need to. This I can plug into my cigarette lighter. I have a first aid kit. I carry a board with me. You just never know in the pits or the side of the road, if you have to jack up your vehicle, you know, your jack sinks in the dirt. So I always carry a piece of plywood, and then I got a couple of 2x4s, and you know, to raise the vehicle up if I need to. I've got just some stuff to make gaskets with if I have to in a pinch. Some extra 6AN fuel and transmission line, extra belt, some extra U-joints, seals, grease, wheel bearings for the front, that kind of stuff there. Obviously, if I need to inflate the tires, spare trailer bearings. And this is, I've got a couple of seals in here as well. There's a couple extra bulbs in case I have a bad bulb go out, that kind of thing. In here, I've got some spark plugs. I need to reduce that down to like just one extra spare set. Extra alternator, extra starter, a tarp in case it rains. I always carry a gallon of water. You just never know. Extra valve cover, gaskets, intake manifold gasket, spare tire for the little trailer, 4-way lug wrench because it's metric for the little trailer. I have an electrical kit. Relays and extra wiring, butt connectors, all kinds of miscellaneous stuff. And then a couple of chairs for this year. So this is the stuff I'm looking to put in the trailer. I'll cover here in just a few minutes a few tools that I'll take with me. I don't take a ton of tools, just the basic hand wrenches, pliers, socket set. Really nothing, unless there's a specialty tool I need, some Allen wrenches to adjust valves. But anyway, we'll touch on that in a few minutes here. I don't take good tools, that's for darn sure. So anyway, let me go ahead and pack all this up into the trailer here, and then I'll touch on some of the tools we're getting ready to take. All right, guys, a couple more important things that I forgot to talk about. Obviously, make sure you bring jack stands for safety reasons, right? Do not trust these jacks, by themselves. Make sure you bring your jack stands too. And I also highly recommend these Tubbo towels. These things are awesome for cleaning your hands and stuff after you've been thrashing. These things are really nice and heavy, do a great job of cleaning. All right, guys, so the other thing I just made was that. Hopefully it'll work. I'll have to test it out before I leave. But basically what I can do is, let's say I get a flat tire on the rear trailer tire here. Being this has torsion axles and not leaf springs, I can pull the trailer up onto this with this good tire, and it should raise that up to where I can get that tire off and put on my spare tire and leave the car on the trailer. So I'm hoping this will work. This will raise this up about 3 inches roughly. So we'll see if that's enough to get that tire off, like I said, being a torsion bar suspension, and swap out the tire. So we're gonna give that a try before I leave. All right, here basically, while it is all in the trailer right now, for fitment reasons, it's all gonna have to come back out of the trailer when I go put it in the truck, because I can't lift the trailer up with all the gear and everything in it. So you can see I basically have 3 totes. There's a tote there, a tote here, a tote underneath the electrical kit with all my stuff, and then you can see the little air compressor for the tires. There's the jug of water back there, the spare tire, and then I put the first aid kit up top. I've got like my tarp and boards under here, so if I need to jack the vehicle up, they're easy to get to. Here's some of my locks that I'll be using, the zip ties, shop towels, flashlights, the 4-way lug, so I can quickly get to that stuff. So here, when I go to actually load the trailer up the track, I'll put the jack stands, and that stuff in there as well. All right, guys, so kind of putting together my toolkit for the week. This toolbox mainly is strictly for drag and drive events, and then I bring a few other things. It's basically got, you know, some cheap ass wrenches in there, some cheap screwdrivers, you know, cheap pliers, you know, basically some additional wrenches and things. And then I add to it, you know, that's like just an inexpensive 1/4" 3/8 socket set, metric and standard torque wrench. I do take these, you know, deep wells. These are standard, you know, 1/2" and 3/8 deeps. And then I've got, you know, a few additional wrenches I throw in, you know, a little pry bar, right, breaker bar, big hammer in case I got to do a U-joint, a distributor wrench. I take Kevlar sleeves. They're kind of nice to wear if I've got to get into a hot area so I don't burn my arms. And then, you know, I take a timing light, right, and a few, you know, my jets and a few other little miscellaneous things with me too. And so that kind of makes up really a toolkit, you know. For the most part, I've been able to do any repair I've ever needed to with this stuff, and or help somebody else with theirs. Just remember, guys, if you have a specialty tool that you have to have for your car, take it. Otherwise, a basic good tool set will work, and if you don't have it, chances are somebody else will. You know, and you can bum it. So really, you only need a basic toolkit, and this served me well. So just some ideas for you to maybe ping off of this. So guys, that kind of wraps this one up. You know, the prep for sick week. You know, next thing to do is, you know, come Thursday night, before we leave, I don't know if we're going to leave Thursday night and drive for a little ways or just leave early Friday morning on the 4th. You know, make our way down. We want to try and get there, you know, somewhat. We'd like to get in early on Saturday so we can just relax after a long drive, right, and just kind of chill and maybe go out and have a nice dinner, get some good seafood for the first night, and then you know, really the next day, tech day, it just gets crazy from there for, you know, the next 6 straight days. So with that said, guys, I will be doing a video, all right, of our trip down. Hopefully it will be uneventful. We'll just have a nice cruise. I'm going to try to stop at Summit Racing on the way down in Atlanta. Maybe it might be a good point just to kind of take a short break, you know, stretch our legs out a little bit and see what's in there. And then, you know, we'll finish the cruise into Bradenton. And then, you know, I'll probably try to post some stuff on Instagram. I think that's one of our requirements anyway. Shop Dog Fabrication on Instagram. And then, you know, from there, I probably won't post videos during the week. There's just going to be a lot going on, and my wife's with me, and we want to treat it as a vacation. So I will be posting a bunch of videos of every day, you know, tech day, day 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll call it the aftermath of sick week, you know, and all that. So I'll be probably posting up, you know, 6, 7 videos after the event is over. So please come back and enjoy those videos as well. I will see everyone at sick week in just a few days. And yeah, as you're a subscriber, you know, or, you know, you've watched the videos or something, hey, just stop by the pit, say hello. Love to chat with you for a few minutes. So as they say, like, subscribe, hit the little bell for future content. We'll see you guys in a few days or on the next upload. Take care.